Our Storm Cam 9 view brought to you by CHI Memorial from Rock City Gardens. We'll look at that. Wind really howling up there, and the wind gusts at some of our higher elevated spots like Rock City here could easily top out around 50. And even in the valley locations, we're looking at wind gusts 35 to 45. So it's tropical storm gust, not sustained, but still these are strong. And this could cause some problems with tree limbs and trees and causing power outages across the area. And our main concern for that is starting now and through the overnight hours. It'll still be windy tomorrow, but the speeds will gradually kind of ease back a bit. Rainfall 1.5 to 3 inches. I think the high end is to the south. The lower end is to the north. And we'll show you a closer inspection of that coming up momentarily. Here's a live look at the live radar view across the region. Moderate to times heavy downpours of rain moving through, and the movement again is from the southeast off toward the north and west, although the actual winds are coming in from a totally different direction. So you got wind coming in from the northeast and the rain coming in from the southeast, with the center farther to our south. And again, all the weather is far away from the center. The center is here near Albany, Georgia, but the heavier rain bands are coming in onshore near South Carolina. All that rain and wind in Atlanta rotating in around that center. That's why overnight tonight the wind speeds will gradually pick up. Our speeds right now averaging between 15 and 25 miles an hour. Cleveland close to 20, same thing at Dalton, 23 at Level Field. Here are the wind gusts right now already exceeding 30 in many spots. But as we go through the night, those will start to increase. Over the past hour, we've had a wind gust up to 40 in Greenville, 41 in Atlanta. They've had a peak wind gust close to 60 a couple of hours ago. So we're going to see our wind speeds through early evening continue going up. These are just the speeds, not the gusts. 15 to 25 and higher. They remain high through the pre-dawn hours. By tomorrow morning, these numbers start coming down a bit. It's still a windy day tomorrow, but the speeds not as high as they're going to be tonight, and speeds further down by this time tomorrow night. Now it's the gust. Through the early evening hours, these numbers start going up. This is, say, around 10 o'clock. Just a rough estimate. A lot of areas exceeding 40 miles an hour with those wind gusts, a bit higher at the higher elevations. These strong gusts stick around through the pre-dawn hours. Notice by early Tuesday morning, they start easing back. Still strong, 20 to 25, and you got to keep in mind, this is after the rain has fallen. So even though the winds may be lighter Tuesday, they may still be a down tree or power line during that time frame. So got to remain vigilant during that time. And again, the gusts come down by early tomorrow evening. So let's talk about the rain. We go through midnight. Those bands continue to move on in. Heaviest rain should be during the overnight hours. By tomorrow, more of a steady, lighter rain. And I think as we go through the day tomorrow, this is 8 o'clock, going through the day, sort of breaking up, more of a showery type of pattern than it is heavy rain, but still adding up in the rain gauge. And as we go farther in time toward late tomorrow evening and on overnight, the showers gradually wind down and less of a chance as we approach Wednesday. As far as those rainfall totals, again, these could vary because some individual bands coming in could have higher amounts there. So some flash flooding in spots. But notice the higher amounts are south of the city. Over 2, over 3 inches to the south, right around 2 in the city, a little bit less off to the north, a little bit higher to the east. So it's the east and southern sections with the most across the region. We'll keep an eye on those throughout the night. Again, temperatures holding steady in the 50s, windy, rainy overnight, winds 20 to 30 on average, but gust above 40. Tomorrow, still windy at times, and some breaks in the showers, though. Off and on, showery pattern. High temperatures, mid-60s. Your 7-day forecast, big improvements after tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, the shower chances come down and temperatures go up. As cool and as November-like it feels today, it's back to a summer feel just in time for the weekend.
Up and down.
Up and down.
Up and down
yeah.
with that temperature.
Quite cool out there, though. I mean, this is early September. We're about 2 months ahead with what it feels like out there.
All right, David, you'll be with us all night long to keep an eye on that.
Yes.
Thanks so much. Now let's take a look.
Brought to you by CHI Memorial from the DoubleTree Hotel, looking back over AT&T Field, back over the Tennessee River, off to the north and west, darkening sky, but that's the area where that stronger line's about to approach is, say we get past 7 p.m. downtown, and the risk remains of damaging wind gusts and hail. We've seen that already, but these are the main threats. Also a risk of some minor flooding in spots due to 1 to 2 inch rates of rain per hour in some places. Tornado risk remains low, but nevertheless, we'll continue watching that. But again, these wind gusts, 50 to 70 miles an hour, that's a big threat for now. You can see the storms moving to the southeast very rapidly. The first warnings we've had for the past couple of hours have been with these individual cells. Now we've got that line. There have been many reports of ping-pong-sized hail and strong damage damaging wind gusts out of Middle Tennessee, even the cells we have locally, several severe thunderstorm warnings along that line. So again, we'll zoom in across this line. This has been a little bit stronger here over southern parts of Franklin County at about just before 6 o'clock. National Weather Service did issue a tornado warning with that. That was a Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. Right now the circulation is kind of broadened a bit, but nevertheless it still has a chance of strong damaging wind gusts now east of Huntland, moving into the eastern part of Franklin County, northern Jackson County, and just about to approach Marion County. So that's why Marion is now under a new severe thunderstorm warning because of the movement of that line. So around South Pittsburgh, that'll be approaching in about 20 to 30 minutes from the west. And again, right on that leading edge where the strongest wind gusts will be, and large hail with it. Rain, tremendous amount of lightning as well, just on the other side of the mountain. One other warning here that's affecting parts of Grundy County. That's in effect till 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. So all along this line, there'll be numerous warnings issued as that line moves closer. Another severe thunderstorm warning here, Dade and Walker County. Very heavy rain west of Rock Spring. This is near Chickamauga, Chattanooga Valley, Mountain View area. Some hail with that as well. It is moving off to the east-southeast. So again, stay in a safe place till that storm passes on by. That warning in effect until 6:30 Eastern. Also a flood advisory due to the intense rainfall, upwards of 1 to 2 inches per hour. So it could be causing some streams, creeks to rise, some flash flooding in some localized low areas. Again, another severe thunderstorm warning, southern Polk, northern parts of Fannin County. That is also going to be in effect until about 6:30 Eastern. Same reason, damaging wind gusts, hail, heavy rain, a lot of lightning. So again, we got the individual cells now, then this line approaching. Once we get past that, say towards mid to late evening, all this will move on out. So again, if we just focus on this line, the leading edge of that line approaching these areas, Tracy City, South Pittsburgh, roughly in the next hour, and closer to downtown, closer to 7 o'clock or just after that. Again, the cell already south of the city now, but this is main line that'll be bringing in that next risk of the wind, the hail, the heavy rain. Here's our future track. Again, by mid to late evening, these storms are moving out. So beyond midnight, it's a lot drier. Tomorrow, much different. No more storms, but no more heat either. Today's highs made it to the 80s. Tomorrow's high is much cooler with a strong northerly breeze, even cooler as we approach Thursday. So again, our main concern is over the next couple of hours. That strong line of storms moving by with those strong wind gusts, large hail. Again, stay in a safe place as these storms pass on by. It'll be ending late tonight. Temperatures dropping down to the low 50s. Tomorrow, a quieter day, but breezy, much cooler. Temperatures some 20 degrees lower. Highs around 64. Even cooler Thursday. Highs upper 50s. We do warm back up late week, but another round of strong storms late Saturday, even into early Sunday, with highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. We're going to keep you updated all throughout the night. Join us on social media as well. The News Channel 9 Facebook page. We'll be doing some Facebook Live updates as that storm moves in. We, of course, have watches, warnings listed at the top of your screen and break into programming if necessary. It's a dangerous line of storms.
Right.
With so many drought-stricken trees that are weak, you know, these gusts of 50 to 70 easily can knock those out, can lose power in spots, but we'll be tracking these storms.
All right, for people who are out there watching us, and if you have some of this weather in your area and you're safe,
yes,
you can take pictures of the rain or the hail or whatnot, send it to us, newschannel9.com, and click on See It, Shoot It, Send It. We've had a lot of shares, a lot of people sending us some very, very good images.
As you stress, do that safely. Wait till the storm passes by.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. David, thank you.
Sure.
Appreciate it. Coming up, the Tennessee Vol.
Well, I'm so glad to continue an over 35-year tradition here at News Channel 9 for our annual winter outlook. It's Thanksgiving week, and that's when we typically do this. And it's one of my favorite forecasts of every year. These are challenging. There's no magic 8-ball, no set blueprint to look into the seasonal outlook, but what we have to do is look at a lot of global patterns and research to put this all together. Now let's look back at last year. It was a winter that really wasn't there. It was much warmer than average. In fact, it was the 4th warmest on record since 1879, but ranked #1 in no fun by area school children. Why? There was not much snow, if at all, and that carried over from the previous season before that. So 2 of the past 5 seasons haven't had much snow. So I know for a lot of you, you're hoping for a little bit more as we head into the season. Now again, as we look at this, what I usually study are past similar winter patterns along with the global patterns that are going on and the various forecast models. Yes, I even look at some folklore. I studied the woolly worms. Noticed the yellow jackets were active this year. Lots of spider webs. All 3 of those natural indicators indicate a little bit of chill during the season. We'll see if that plays into the factor there. Here are some of the research results. As we head through the season, a weak La Nina could dominate or be one of the driving forces. Now, it's very weak. It's one that could weaken through the spring season, but typically when you have a winter that's dominated by a La Nina pattern, the polar jet is parked a little bit farther to the north of us. So the core of the cold is here, but a lot warmer down farther to our south. We can tend to be stuck in between. But when I looked at past similar seasons with a weak La Nina pattern, there was a lot of variance. Some are actually a little bit colder than average, while some were warmer. So kind of mixed signals there. But each of those did have somewhat of a snow chance. They're a little bit below average, but the chance was there. And also some of the similar patterns had back and forth alternating periods of mild to cold. And I think that's a key for this to the season ahead as well. Also, again, we've had the computer models kind of changing a bit, where some indicated a warm season ahead. Some are showing that maybe there could be a slight chill coming up. And even one other factor that always piques my interest every year is looking at the Siberian snow factor. Why is that a factor? Well, when the snow is above average in Siberia and Eurasia in October, it can tend to lead to colder periods at times, or Arctic blasts that can move to the east and southeast. We'll have to keep an eye on that. So as we look at our winter temperature potential for the season ahead, I think we're going to be close to normal or maybe slightly above. So you may be saying, well, there goes winter. Not exactly. Last year we were here above average. I think this year we're going to trend closer to normal. That means compared to last year, it's going to be colder than last year. And some of that colder air at times may move our way. The snow is going to follow the cold. I think the above average snowfall is going to be over the Ohio Valley and north, but I think we're going to get a couple of opportunities during the season where some snow and even some ice could be a factor. It may still trend below average, but I think better chances for snow and ice than last year. And again, the takeaway from this, I think we're going to be a little bit colder than last year. Temperatures may still average a bit above average, but you'll need the coats a little more longer and more often this year compared to last year, something that'll kind of work out your wardrobe a little bit. And rainfall, averaging out close to normal for winter rainfall. So a bit of a back and forth temperature motion throughout the season. So compared to last year, where it was such a cakewalk and so warm, this year a little different. I think the chill will be there at times. It'll be offset by mild periods, but it'll be one that we're more used to around here this time of year.
But the kids want the snow.
That's right. I think there's going to be some chances there. Don't give up on that. I think the chances are there. All it takes is an inch to a quarter inch of snow or ice to cause problems. That's all it takes.
Right.
And
well, the kids don't care about the problems.
That's right.
They only care about the sledding.
Now the parents, on the other hand.
They care. We care.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, folks, we'll be there for you.
And you can
Okay.
find this whole thing on your blog in about 30 minutes.
That's right. I post it all online, the long version. You want to read it.
Thanks,
Okay.
David.
Thanks, David. Well, shop